You wouldn't believe that Democrats treat black people as if they were stupid, right? Well, that seems to be what's going on in America, and the victimization of black people never seems to end. The left wants to own black voters by telling them how useless they are, but Candace Owens does not like that idea. Check this out.
I will not pretend to be a victim in this country, and I know that makes many people on the left uncomfortable.
Candace Owens is a black woman herself, but she's not a leftist. That's the very reason why she makes the left and the Democrats so uncomfortable. What's more, the Democratic Party is into talking about the vulnerable, race, color, minorities, and most importantly, diversity for diversity's sake. But they never tell a particular part of the story in their sugar-coated word. Diversity does not include diversity of opinion, so when a black woman clearly says she's not a victim and refuses to play the victim, Democrats need to resort to personal attacks. In fact, they almost called her brainwashed. Let's see Candace Owens' recent intervention in Fox News. I'm telling you, she's talking about facts, not feelings. Listen up.
So what I was talking about were actually real issues in black America. I touched upon the illiteracy rates. 75% of black boys in California not being able to read is a problem in black America. White nationalism, when black on black crime, 90.1% of all homicides against black Americans are performed by other black Americans. The continued hoax on black America, which comes to us from Democrats who want us ultimately to fail by focusing on something that is not harming us when you look at all of the other issues that we are facing.
Democrats want black people to fail for sure, but the question is why? The answer is simple. Democrats do not want African Americans to have jobs, education, and safety because that would make the Democratic narrative crumble. The left has a long history of creating problems to sell a solution, which is more government control. In the case of America, the problem is that the left trick black people into thinking that they're victims because of their skin color. And the solution is to vote Democrat, of course. Speaking of the left, this whole mindset is socialist. Instead of encouraging hard work and looking for opportunities, what the Democrats promote is welfare, food stamps, and even the ignorance of black people. An education nation cannot be manipulated, so you can understand why the illiteracy rates of young African Americans in liberal California are through the roof. At the end of the day, socialism wants people under control, and the best way to carry out their plans is by taking away their power. As Candace Owens says, the problem of black people is not white nationalism, but factors like black-on-black crime, which is sky high. This stat offends many leftists as well, but again, it's facts, not feelings. That said, let's look at what Leo Terrel, a civil rights activist, has to say.
Well, I just see right now Candace Owens is getting 15 minutes of fame, and just give me 30 seconds to prove my point. She just, again, assumed that all Democrats are hoping that black people fail. She says that the word nationalism has been compromised or poisoned by elitists. Tell that to the people in Charlottesville. She then tried to put herself in the same category of Donald Trump, talking about the false narrative. But the part that was so insulting, when she's promoting her employer and said that she went to Jerusalem and not a single Democrat went there. Ms. Owens, let me tell you, 72% of Jewish Americans voted for Democrats. So you did a great job of promoting yourself and playing the victim. And by the way, it's not just black people who were not stupid by what you said. Americans were not stupid, because I listened to everything you just said. And I hope you can challenge what I said about the number of blacks, number of Jews who support Democrats.
Okay, so now I'm a bit lost. Are we talking about black people or Jews? I mean, why does he bring up the Jewish vote in this conversation? Also, why does he say that she did a great job at playing the victim? Is that he's projecting his own mindset onto her? And finally, he finishes by saying that Americans are not stupid. What does that have to do with all the facts she pointed out? What's really stupid is, one, believing that the victimization of the so-called minorities will solve a single problem, and two, using personal attacks and talking about something else completely. See how Candace responded, though.
That's a personal attack.
Personal attacks continue. That, Leah, you're attacking her character.
A personal attack.
She's mentioning issues.
Let me speak. That wasn't ad hominem attack, and it's childish, and I'm not going to play these playground tactics with you. I'm going to keep the focus on black America and the things that are actually impacting us. This is an adult conversation that needs to be had. This is why blacks are exiting the Democrat Party, because ad hominem attacks are not making people feel better about themselves. Yeah. Ad hominem attacks are not going to impact our financial situation in black America. It's unfortunate, because you consider yourself a civil rights leader. You're just attacking me. You're just attacking me. You haven't actually offered anything that's constructive fight for Black America.
Leo Terrel is not a civil rights activist. He's just another Democrat without critical thinking skills, and to make matters worse, he doesn't know how to have a conversation like a mature adult. Candace Owens didn't cut him off at any moment, but he did. Using an ad hominem fallacies doesn't solve any problems in the real world. Attacking Candace on a personal level is proof that he has nothing constructive to say about the real issues that Black folks suffer. This is the point of the conversation. This discussion should be constructive and therefore focused on solutions, not parroting narratives that perpetuate the victimization of an entire race. The problem with today's American politics is that Black people are supposed to vote for the left, but here's the thing, those who don't are automatically outcast, brainwashed, and all the bad names out there. Democrats don't want solutions to the real problems of the Black community. Why? Well, it's because there are no problems or turmoil, then they lose a huge voter base. I guess that's what politics are really all about these days.
All right, Leo,
does anyone, Laura, does anyone watching your program honestly believe what she just said? I'll give you a straight. She said Democratic Party want Black people to fail. Just because you disagree with the Democrats, you cannot assume that Democrats want Black people to fail. That's what you just said on national TV.
I did, and I believe that, and I will back that up with facts.
Well, okay,
I will back it up with facts.
I would like to go to Chicago with you and debate Ms. Owens on that issue. I would love to go.
Why do we need to debate? Why don't you want to hear? Why do you want to debate?
Because I want to
go to hear about other people? You want to debate.
More ad hominem attacks. This is just getting repetitive. There's nothing else to say about Leo Terrel. He's just another leftist who uses feelings to justify opinions. Now let's finish by watching Candace Owens' response to Leo's childish behavior and attacks.
I have not said a single thing attacking your character because I don't need to. I am confident in my ideas. I am confident in the fact that Black America is waking up and realizing that we have been missing out. I am confident that the biggest issue facing our community is father absence, which further deconstructs everything that is happening. Stop cutting me off. I didn't cut you off, okay?
You have
I have not attacked you once.
I have not attacked.
It's extremely annoying to hear people like Leo Terrel speak. He's just incapable of having a conversation like a normal adult. Candace Owens didn't attack him personally at any moment, but he did. All that Candace said is backed up by facts, but all he said is just narratives. Again, bringing up Jewish voters to the conversation, that's just off topic. The reality is that victimizing Black people is not the solution to the problems they're facing. But anyway, this is how politics and socialism operate these days. Victimize the so-called minorities and pretty much calling them good for nothing to get their votes.